14th, 2019. My name is Bill McCamley. I am the Workforce Solutions Secretary for the state of New Mexico. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope everyone who has an opportunity to be with their loved ones today gets to do so. I'm taking my girlfriend out to an 80s night with DJ, so it should be fun. I wanted to give you an update on the minimum wage. So last night, HB 31 passed the House floor. This is an effort to change the way that New Mexico does its minimum wage. As of now, it's $7.50 an hour throughout the state. Now, there are 4 local governments, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, Las Cruces, and Bernalillo County, that have higher minimum wages that vary from each place. But what HB 31 tends to do is raise the minimum wage overall. What it'll do is it'll raise it to $10 an hour on July 1st of this year, then $11 an hour on July 1st of next year, and then $12 an hour July 1st, 2021. After that, the minimum wage would increase based on the CPI, which is called the Consumer Price Index, basically as prices go up, so would the minimum wage. And that's been one of the things that a lot of advocates have said has been a failure so far of any kind of government at the federal level to raise the minimum wage, because as prices go up and as governments fail to do so, the people that are making minimum wage can buy less and less as their dollar is worth less. The bill last night also includes a phase out of the tipped wage in New Mexico, as in I think 42 other states around the country. Front room staff in restaurants, servers, bussers, get paid a small wage. Here in New Mexico, I think it's $2.13 an hour, and it's $5 something an hour in Albuquerque, and make up the rest of their money in tips. And if they don't make that money, restaurants are required to pay that to them. And this bill phases that out and says, like California, Washington, Montana, if you work in a restaurant, you're going to make everybody the same minimum wage that everybody else makes, and you keep your tips on top of that. A competing bill in the Senate, as a Senate version, would only raise the minimum wage to $9.25 an hour on October 1st of 2019, so this year, and raise it to $10 an hour on April 1st of 2020. There would be no further increase, and there would be no CPI index on the backside to keep it going up as prices go up. Furthermore, it would actually create a complete separate legal wage for high school students, and it would keep the tipped credit as is. Now, what that means is there's going to be some negotiations in the legislature on where that is. Obviously, there's a lot of moving parts here in terms of dates that things go in, overall numbers, the tip credit, the high school credit, whether to have a CPI, what that looks like. And these are all things that are going to be in play for negotiation moving forward. But I would also say, as a member of the Michelle Lujan Grisham administration, that she feels extremely strongly that no one should work 40 hours a week and live in poverty. And if you're making $7.50 an hour and working 40 hours a week and you have a kid, you are living in poverty, and we should do better in that. She believes very strongly in raising the minimum wage to $10 this year and $12 in a very, very short period of time, with the cost of living increase on the backside. And I know the administration is extremely interested in seeing how a lot of this stuff plays out and making sure that New Mexicans who are working hard can actually make a wage that they can live off of. So, as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll be back at you when we hear more about how this issue is proceeding. As Secretary of Workforce Solutions, it's important that we get involved in things that affect workers, and this is one of the biggest things in the state that will. Thank you all very much, and hope everyone has a great Valentine's Day.